Hi everybody, we are back in the kitchen and these are the apples that I told you that I have left over from that ground squirrel did not get. I went and tried to find the clear gel today at 3 different stores and I could not find it on the shelf. So you do have to order it from Amazon. So if you're wanting to do some apple pie filling for canning, make sure that you have that on hand before you start your canning process. So since I don't have it and I only have time today to deal with this until the weekend, and as you can see, I already have some that are starting to get brown spots, so I'm gonna have to cut those off. But the rest of the apple, you know, that's the good thing about apples. You can take out the bad parts and you can still use the rest of the apple. So I'll be cutting those parts out and I'll probably do these ones by hand. But I bought this apple core a while back and today was my first time trying to use it. So I did do one before I started the video, so you guys weren't watching me try to figure that out. It's a pretty neat little thing. This one clamps to the table. When I'm peeling, it tries to like wander a little bit. So next time I'll probably put a towel under here so it doesn't try to slide. So we're gonna start doing these apples. So you peel it. I got one that's a peeler and a slicer at the same time. I'm trying to decide if these slices are going to be too thin. I guess when I do my apple pie and it's mushy, I'll know whether or not I gotta go with a thicker slice of apple. These are a little bit of a firmer apple, so they should be okay. So then you take this and you pull this off of there, and it leaves the core of the apple right there. And then I'm going to take this little piece off because I don't want that on there. Then slice it down the center. And then I have lemon water right here. Water with just about a few tablespoons of lemon juice in it to keep my lemons or my apples from browning on me while I'm doing this. Then you pull this off. I got another little thing here for my peels, which my compost is gonna love that. Might get some of the peels to the girls. I gotta make sure and verify that they can have it. Then you pull this back, pull that back that way, lock it back in, and put your next apple on. You can do it front or back. It doesn't matter which part of the apple you put on. And then you start turning it and it catches it. Like I said, it wants to. And you know, these aren't beautiful apples. They're homegrown, so they're not all perfect.
Well, they're not sprayed with wax.
And they're not sprayed with wax, no. So I'm gonna take this off of here. And I'll just peel this piece off of here. Well, there's Scarlet at my feet, always at my feet when I'm in the kitchen because I'm always dropping something. And the strings are so fun to eat anyway. And I didn't get that one quite right. Okay, put it there, cut it. See, I missed a spot there. It's all a process, you guys, just learning how to do things. You're gonna have things that work and things that you need to work on. And I'm okay with that. Sometimes I get discouraged, but I try not to. I try to remember that it's just a process and I'm doing what I can for today. And that's all anybody can expect you to do. So I'm gonna keep going on these and I'll come back when I got these apples all finished and see how many we came up with. Hey everybody, we are back and I got my pies ready to go in the oven. A couple things I wanted to go over I was using that peeler, and I actually just went to hand peeling, and then I used my 8-cup slicer, apple slicer, and then cut them in half from them. So if you have a 16 slicer, apple slicer, that would work best. Because some of my slices with the apple slicer were coming out pretty thin. But I think 16 slices off an apple would give you just the right consistency. Also, the cores, look at how much I was wasting in the core. And then I felt like the peeler was just taking too much of the peel off. So I just went to hand peeling. And then I made my mixture. I'm not going to write that down because I am still an amateur at pie baking, and like I had told you about scratchpantry.com before, she makes her own pie crust. Well, I didn't do that. I was in a hurry, so I bought the pie crust from the grocery store, and it was not big enough for doing the fold over. So as you can see, I had just enough apples. With the apples in there, it filled 2 pie crusts, and they're mounted, and I cut the seams right there for venting. But you're supposed to be able to take the top crust and fold it under the bottom crust and then make your wedges. I couldn't do that because I didn't have enough of the pie crust on the outside to be able to do a fold over. So I tried to tuck in. So it looks absolutely atrocious, but I'm going to put it in the oven, and sometimes things that don't look good still taste amazing. So we'll give it a taste test later and see how it turned out. Thanks.